Welcome back to MTG Foretold. So today we are focusing on another character from Through the Omen Path slash Spider-Man set. This one is Goben, Gene Spy Savant. I have never seen anyone play this card, and I'm not sure why, because actually it looks like a pretty fun card, especially for the shell that we're working with for this card. So you can do the 2 mana cost version, and he can't be blocked. And whenever he deals combat damage, he connives. And then you can also transform him to Fleam, which allows us to cast stuff from our graveyard. So it's a pretty interesting card that I think works really well in, of course, a discard shell. So instead of Rakdos, we are actually playing Grixis, obviously, because Goben is blue. So we did add Gran as our main card as well, along with Goben. You can argue about putting Goben to 4, but I mean, the other ones I just think are really strong. But yeah, Gran, obviously, you know why we're putting her in here, doing the discard shenanigans, along with your typical, discard pile, Bloodthorn Flail, Marauding Mako, Bitter Triumph, Bloodghast for the landfall, and you want to discard him. Iron Shield Elf, of course, because hello, it's Iron Shield Elf. Timeline Caller, for us being able to discard him and then still cast him with Warp, and we just pay 2 life. Can be really clutch when we have Cool But Root out and put this level 2, which I'll show you next. So level 2, obviously, you probably know this card already. You've probably seen it a million times. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And then if you go to the level 2, which is 1 and a red, whenever you discard a card, it does 2 damage to the opponent. And then level 3 is just basically like a gamble effect. So being able to search your card for a library, and hopefully you don't discard it in random, but it's a decent way to get a piece you need, but it's not consistent. So really the level 2 is the most important thing for Cool But Rude, and this can really go off, especially if you have multiple creatures attacking, which is why things like Timeline Caller are so good, as well as Bloodghast, for that haste effect if your opponent has 10 or less life. And again, these are like free cards pretty much, when they are discarded. So really good here. You may even be able to argue maybe like messing around with the numbers here, maybe like adding a couple more of these guys. But I want to stick more with that Grixis style gameplay. So that's why we have 3 Goben and the 4 Gran, and we do have 2 Spell Pierce. Because sometimes this will come in clutch, you never know when a board wipe's going to try to occur. And if they do it early game, this is going to just destroy them. Obviously, we have 2 of Inti. You can argue about maybe putting more of Inti, but legendary creature. And again, I want to focus more on Goben, but still a good card to have on the battlefield. And then we do have 2 copies of Monument to Endurance. This is not our main win con. Cool But Rude is the main win con. And Monument to Endurance, though, is clutch in certain circumstances. And funny enough, actually works really well with Quantum Riddler. When you do the draw a card effect, if you have nothing in your hand, you will get actually extra cards because of that, which, is very nice. But yeah, so obviously Quantum Riddler, you know why we have Quantum Riddler in here. Great way to get card draw, especially in a deck where you're trying to discard your hand anyway. It just kind of works hand in hand. It's like the perfect card draw engine. Again, you may be able to argue about changing some of these things around, but, we'll get into the games and see, and then kind of talk about it after. And then obviously, your generic stuff. I do have 1 of Exclusive Nightclub, just as a way in case we just can't find anything that we need for lands. And of course, the lands, we're actually at 23 lands in this deck. You may argue about going to 24, but we really don't have many expensive cards. This is actually, as you see, the mana cost is 1.8. So, yeah, you can cast Fleam easier, maybe with 24 lands, but we're just trying to stay low to the ground and just trying to finish our opponent off fairly quickly if we can. So, we'll see how it goes, and let's get into it. Alright, we have Gran. Our opponent will think that we are Lessons deck. Sure, Grand will be removed quickly. If she is removed quickly, we don't have many options outside of this. So let's hope that Grand doesn't get removed, I guess. And looks like Grand will be dead. Oh. Okay. Let us begin, shall we? Bloodthorn Flail. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's actually a good card. Question is... I think we could survive one more attack, but yeah, I definitely don't want to deal with that very long. I think we get rid of Starting Town, honestly. Sure, let's see what we want. Okay. That's actually not too bad of a draw. I think we'll Bitter Triumph this turn. Get Marauding Mako down. I think that's a good plan. If he puts all of his eggs in one basket here, I think we're okay. I don't think he can do 14 damage to us. It's gonna hurt though. Definitely gonna hurt. Which is definitely understandable. Okay, it's kind of awkward that we discard that, right? Maybe we don't need another Coolbut Root. Let's just see what we can do here. Goben. Okay, you know what? You know what? Fine, let's just discard everything. Goben is a nice one. We'd like to see Goben. He doesn't have anything? Okay. That works in our favor. I wish we had lands, though. I guess we're just going to buff this for now. Is it worth doing that? I don't think so, not yet. It could be a lot of damage, but let's just see what we do. Yep. I mean, we're gonna get the trigger off, which is nice. I think we do Goben next turn. Okay. Do we have a way to kill him? If we attack with Timeline Kohler and Grand, that's 2-4. That's not enough damage. So I think we get out... Actually, Goben might be really good. If they can do 8 damage to us next turn, we lose, so... I think we get Goben out first. And then Marauding Mako. I think we just have to deal with it. I don't think we need another Goben. I don't think we need that either. Yep. I mean, they can do 6 damage at least. If he got a good top deck, we'd probably lose. That's bad, but not lethal. Not yet. Okay. Oh, wait, that is lethal. Crap. Wait. Oh, he doesn't have any cards. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. What do I do? Do we have a way to win? I think we may. Let's see. Let us get a Bloodthorn Flail. I don't know what I'm doing right now, honestly. I'm just praying that this is enough. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. Well, you know what? I was expecting that. Good game. That was really good. So I will say this in advance. Forgive me if I play like crap. I have not been getting much sleep last couple days, and it's definitely wearing on me. So, yeah, apologies in advance if I make some silly plays. Actually, I think we're just going to put Monument to Endurance back here. We got the Marauding Mako on. Some sort of control deck. Okay, we have to move fast. Let's get rid of that. Quantum Roller is an interesting card. That is a thing you can do. Let's get this down. Mitter Triumph, that is not a creature. Not too bad otherwise. But yeah, this is going to be a little nasty. We can at least get rid of the Otter. Never mind, we're going to get rid of the Grand Grand. That is not allowed. Oh, and speaking of, we have our own Grand Grand. Let's see if he has another Lessons. I'm sure he does. This deck is chock full of them, typically, yeah. At least he doesn't have enough to get the 3 cards for free. We do need some creatures, though, and that's not looking too great right now. So this is awkward, but we may actually have to look for a creature. I think we get Iron Shield Elf. Yep, Monument to Endurance, of course. Gotta love it. Yep, that hurt. Oh, we can actually get Quantum Roller out. Actually, wait. What do we do here? Let's see what they do first. Because we get Quantum Riddler out with no cards in our hand, it's going to be a quite nice amount of card draw. They may have a Quench, though. Yeah, they're looking at it. What are they going to do? I think if they try to go for the Iron Shield Elf, we're fine with that. Yep, get your card draw on, that's fine. You're probably going to want to keep that It'll Quench You in your hand. Do we let the Iron Shield Elf die? Okay. Does he block? No, he does not. We're in an interesting impasse, aren't we? We can get Quantum Riddler down. I think we... Oof, this is weird. Do we pay the... No. We actually... This is stupid. I don't want to discard it, but we may have to. Let's just get rid of it. Don't want it here. And we get another one, which is great. Let's just cast Quantum Riddler, get some cards in our hand. Yes, yes. I did not mean to do that. Oh, I am so tired. Okay. We're okay with that. Yep, that is a card. That is also a card. Okay, I'm gonna stop playing badly, I promise. Okay, I think what we do is... I don't know. I don't think we do that just yet. There's no point. It's just probably gonna get discarded anyway. So... He's looking. What does he do? This is weird because it's a big risk if we try to go for it. We don't care for the blood gas, so let's just see what happens. It doesn't really hurt at this point. If we go for the Bloodthorn Flail, would that be enough to kill them? I don't think so, right? I guess +2/+1. I think it's better to just go for a Cobalt Root at this point. Okay, well, that works. Now the question is... I am so tired of these, like, Ninja Turtle everythings. Like, jeez, yes, we get it. Okay. The bright side is he's only attacked with Gran, so he may have just enough to kill us, though. Well, let's see. Okay, I guess not, because he's trying to find some stuff and wasting his mana, which is good. You can get a treasure token, though. Okay. They usually don't have burn spells, they usually just have lessons that kill creatures. Yeah, that not attacking that one turn really messed me up. That was a big mistake on my part. That was a whoopsie daisy. If we somehow come out of this still, yeah, that... I think we're okay with paying that, right? Do we come out of this? Because if we do, my god, I really was bad. Wow, okay then. I think we just beat a Lessons deck. Alright, GG. This is a rough hand. We have a lot of lands. We do go first. I think we mulligan this. Okay. Well then, that is also a thing. I guess we just keep this hand as it is. Not ideal by any means, but we don't really have anything else that we can do. Sure, let's cast Quantum Riddler. We are getting a lot of lands, aren't we? I mulligan because we have 4 lands in our main hand there, and now we're still just getting nothing but lands. Okay, we are getting things going. I think we cast Gran into a Bloodthorn Flail. We wait. We're not gonna worry about that right now. He may have a Shelter by Ghost. I assume Orzhov. You've never seen that card before? It's pretty prevalent right now. I mean, hey, no judgment. Okay, yeah, he's gonna kill. Alright, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but we don't really have much of a choice, do we? Ooh, Iron Shield Elf. Shoot. I want us to use all of our mana, so I think we honestly get Monument down first. Because Iron Shield Elf can at least, like, discard even without attacking, which allows us to get that card draw needed. If we're not dead by then, which we may be. This is going to be a nasty deck to deal with. Oof. Yeah. That is going to be rough. Yeah, he's got the whole combo. We're not going to last long. We do have Requiting Hex, which is good. That's actually really good. The question is... I think we have no choice. Let's see. Wait. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. So he's actually the reason why... Yeah, I think we get rid of him then. We have to get rid of him. That'll at least make them probably not as willing to attack, but we'll see what happens. We can't actually discard, which is bad. I'm probably actually going to block the Voice of Victory and just sack Iron Shield Elf. We have to try to make sure that he doesn't have another one. Okay. Alright, doesn't attack. I think we're going to have to get this down. I'm not sure if this is the best play, honestly. But I feel like it's needed. Okay, so if he attacks... We can block one of these. Well, we can block all of them. I think I'm just going to have to bank that he's not brave enough to attack. Maybe. I think we draw a card. Am I stupid? Why do we get 2 cards? Oh, wait. Quantum Riddler? Oh, that's right. That's actually a sick... Oh my god. I didn't even notice that. And we can put Bloodthorn Flail to Quantum Riddler. I don't think we're going to win at all. If we win, I would be very shocked. And that is a card... Yeah, that's a bad card. He does not sacrifice. Interesting. I think we're dead anyway because of the... Yeah, I think we dead. Oh well. Yeah, my bad. Very tired. Well, we can't play Gran, but we do have everything else we need, so we have a Requited Hex. Oh, actually, wait a minute. That'll work. We'll take that. And then I think we get rid of that next. Yeah. We don't have much of a choice. That's a really strong card. Let's just discard that and see what we get. I mean, we do need lands, unfortunately, so let's just deal with that. I assume he's gonna kill Grant anyway. Another Ashling, okay. Wait, he doesn't have any lands? Oh, you know what? Is he playing the deck I was just trying to do not too long ago? Oh, actually, let's see. Alright. Let us see what we do here. Yep, let's get rid of Bloodghast. And that. And then we get them both back. Yeah, we will take them, sure. Who doesn't like a free creature? We're moving pretty fast, but he can cast some stuff. He can cast a Shiko. Where is the Shiko? I'm gonna kill. Huh? Okay. Is he just gonna seriously... I mean, we have ways to get back the Bloodghast, so I'm not actually too sad about that. If that's his whole plan, is just to constantly... Okay. That could have been a lot worse. Honestly. That's fine. So, yeah. We will take Bloodghast back. And then we'll do this. And then, you know what? We are gonna do this. Now the question is, what do we get? I think we have to get a Bitter Triumph, because that Shiko's gonna do some work on us. Pretty awkward, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see what they do. Do we have a lethal? Well, now we don't. Well, actually, actually not too bad. Actually, you know, we're okay with this. I think we're going to... Ooh, do we pay 3 life to get rid of... Wait, hold on a second. Let's see what we're doing here. So we got 4 right there. Let's see what we get. Marauding Mako, interesting. I think that's okay. Okay, we're at 4. I think awkwardly we're gonna do this. Because then we're gonna be able to get that back. And then we are going to just take some damage. And yeah, they're gonna have to do some work now. They have to do a board wipe, I think. I mean, what can he get back? He can get back a Get Lost. Or an Ashling, I guess. See what he does. And he's got a lot of mana, so... Okay, another Shiko is fine. I swear, didn't I just do this deck yesterday? Did someone copy me? I mean, it's doing work. I think he probably wins now. So now, actually, do we cycle? I think we cycle because there's no chance of us actually doing that. And Grand, ugh. Rough. Well. That is GG. I think we keep this. We do have ways to at least cycle our hand. Oh. And we got Cool But Root, so that's huge. Probably has a Spell Pierce. Bounce off. Opt, okay. I'm assuming like some sort of tempo deck. I don't really see a control deck's play. It's probably like a crab deck. So we get Cool But Rude down next turn. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have to move quick. Because he's gonna be doing some damage to us. I think we just get rid of the other Grand. I'm not really too worried about that. You know, I don't even think we discard anything right now. Essentially, this game is who can do the most damage to each other, and it's probably going to be him because he has us down to at least 13. Up more than that, maybe. Spell Pierce. Okay. So we are going to do this. I don't know if it's the best play. He also might have a Burst Lightning. Actually, now that I think about it, probably a Burst Lightning. We are going to get some damage in, though. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. If we're at least 3 life, we might be able to win. Maybe. A lot of discard. That does not... I don't think he has a way to kill us. I'll get Inti down, and then Timeline Core. He might have a way, that's true. We're thinking he probably has a way to do that, right? Okay, well, we might as well try. Doesn't really hurt to try. Oh. Okay. We're popping off a bit. You could have a bounce off though, so I don't think we actually put the counters on Marauding Mako. Okay. Oh, that was pretty quick. A little bit slow, but I think we'll keep it. I don't think it's bad. It's not the greatest. And I think... Did we just get Bloodthorn Flail down? Let's just see what he does. If he's like gonna be a he's gonna be a control-y pile, so yeah, let's get everything down as quickly as we can. I think we actually leave up mana for Enigma Jewel, okay. Huh. Let's just wait. We're gonna use Marauding Mako to really just make his life living hell. We do have Spell Pierce, so I'm waiting for him to do a Get Lost. He's gonna do something. Interesting. Alright, let's get rid of Bloodghast. We'll get him back. Alright. Bloodghast is entering the building. Do we just get another Bloodthorn Flail down? I think we do, honestly. I feel like we just need to pop off against this guy. Like, quickly. He's probably gonna try to cast a board wipe. Yeah, we're not dealing with that. Let's just wait. He probably has a United Battlefront. Pinnacle Star Cage, well... that is a thing, that's fine. So I think what we do is... I'm not too worried about life. I think this is a better play. Yeah, as I thought. Now, if he has another Pinnacle Star Cage, not much we can do about that, but we can get Quantum Riddler down next turn. Probably a United Battlefront, I assume. So we have to move fast, yeah. Okay. We don't have a way to get rid of Pinnacle Star Cage, so everything's just gone. That's a good draw for him. I don't think we win this, honestly. If we get another land top deck, that's going to really mess us up because... okay, interesting. I'm trying to think how to do this. Let's just shock in, because we just need stuff. We really do need things, and that... wow. We have 8 lands out of 44 cards, so what? That is a 50% draw rate of lands. That's bad. We really can't do much right now. I don't think he's popping off yet, so this isn't the worst, but this isn't great either. And we're not going to survive another turn. Wow, okay, sure. I think we lose. That was a really bad draw of lands. Wow, okay. Yep. Guys, just tell me what this is. Seriously. All I can do is facepalm when I see things like this. Maybe I just get rid of this land. I just have a feeling that this Marauding Mage is going to die quickly, so I'd rather just hold up mana for Spell Pierce in case. Or, doesn't really matter, we can just cast Kulbaru next turn with another Marauding Mako. Yeah, I think we just try to pump as quickly as possible. This deck thrives on being able to kill the opponent quickly. Yeah, Demonic Ruckus is definitely a card, so I think... I think we awkwardly get Grand down. And just hold and see what they do. Wow, that's a lot of... interesting. I love our land draw right now ever since the other game. Man, now we just don't get lands ever, do we? Yeah, whatever they're doing, we have to end it quickly because, yeah, this is... oh my god. This is horrible, actually. All I'm hoping for is that they cast like some crazy non-creature spell, and then they die. But this is not looking too great. Okay. Yeah. I mean, not much we can do about that. I'm not really sure what their deck is. I just want to be able to get a third land. That would be great. This is crazy. Like, I either get a 55% land draw rate or I get like 20% or less. This is actually less than 20%. It's like, yeah, about 20, a little less than 20% actually. 11 cards. We've got 2 lands. And we had a mulligan. And I did put a land down, that is true. That is my fault. I just thought we were going to draw into a land with all the discarding we're doing. And I'm not sure what our opponent's doing. If I somehow were to win this, this doesn't feel like a great win. Because I don't even know what they're doing. They have 2 demonic ruckuses. So I assume they're a creature deck, but they don't have a creature out yet, and then we'll just Bitter Triumph it away anyway. Pretty weird. I'll use this time to mention, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. I am trying to upload daily. I haven't missed a day yet since I started. Gets a little hard sometimes with my personal life. So I can't guarantee I'll always upload daily, but I'm trying to stay on the best course I can. And also, if you wish to see more decks, feel free to support me through Ko-fi, since all of these decks that I make are from money I've put into the game, and it can get a little expensive, as I'm sure you all know. So it would be much appreciated, but, you know, no pressure. I completely understand otherwise. What do we do? What do we discard? I guess Goben, awkwardly enough. I don't want to, but... if this guy just stays disconnected like this, I'm just gonna cut this video short. So you may see a victory quickly. Okay, GG. Alright, well, those were some games. I actually did change it a little bit for the last game. I got rid of Requiting Hex, and I added 2 more Bitter Triumph. Just because I think this does really work well with the idea of what you want to do with this deck. I'm not really sure why I had Requiting Hex in there instead of more Bitter Triumph in the end, because the Grixis shell has a lot of ways to draw cards anyway, thanks to Quantum Roller and such. So yeah, probably could have done a little bit better in the games because of that. And I probably mentioned this, I think I mentioned this in one of the matches. I am running on very little sleep lately, so I don't think I played as good as I should have or could have, honestly. So don't judge the deck by the win rate, because I think this deck is actually a lot better than what my win rate would give it. I'm actually going to probably play this deck a little bit more outside the videos and see if I can, like, fix it up or update it as needed, or just see how it performs when I'm not so tired. We technically went 4-4. There was one game that I didn't even bother putting in the video because, well, it was just an infinite combo with the Starscape, whatever it's called, the thing with the life gain, you know, losing life, and then the Bloodthirsty Conqueror, whatever it's called, you know, got it out. Nothing I could have done. It was just an instant loss once they got that out. So I don't think that game really counts in my opinion. Yeah, we didn't end the game quickly enough, but yeah, we just were also low on lands in that game. It's funny, one of the games you saw, I had like, what, a 50-something% land ratio, And then the following 2 games, one of those being the ones I don't have in the video, was just literally like 20% land ratio. So it's a little weird. You may argue about putting it in the 24th land in the deck because of that. But this is such a low to the ground deck. It really shouldn't need more than 23 lands. I think it was just really bad luck. And yeah, I probably shouldn't have mulliganed and let just 2 lands stay in my hand. That's my bad. I'm a little bit greedy. But I think this deck honestly performed well considering my mindset. I think in the right hands it would probably perform a lot better. Probably one of the better decks I've honestly built. I don't know if this card is found in discard decks. Like I said, this is just something I made on the fly just because I was like, you know what? Grixis could be interesting instead of Rakdos. And so I just kind of did that. And I think there's a lot of benefits going the Grixis route over Rakdos. It may not be as consistent thanks to, obviously splitting some of the things up and having a lot of 2 drops. But, we have the 4 drops and the higher, 3 and 4 drops of things that are really important in this kind of deck. Bloodthorn Flail is actually really nice, but, I think 2 copies is good just because if you don't have creatures, then it's useless. So I'd rather have more creatures than, putting this up and, dropping the creatures. But yeah, let me know what you guys think and what would you adjust to the deck. Maybe there's some other things that we can add to make it even better. I'd love to hear that. And maybe I'll make a version 2 video because I think my gameplay did not give this deck justice. So I am more than happy to redo the video, or I should say do a version 2.0 of the deck and see what we can do. Alright, that's all I have for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.